Hey VC, what's up? It's me, yours truly. I am back to post a quick video here. This is going to be a quick response to Logan over at Swellheads Network, a thread he put up this morning. I saw it a little while ago. I'm just kind of taking a quick lunch break and just kind of thought I'd just go dig through my collection and pull out some stuff and do a quick response. Kind of a fun thread, as you can see by the title. It's called Give Me 10 Mascots. And basically what he was asking for, or kind of the impression I got, was just kind of show some people or figures or whatever that are really kind of the mascots or representation of an album, and not necessarily something like Eddie from Iron Maiden that's kind of the mascot throughout their entire career or over many albums. But I think it's really more so about like one figure or one person that's prominently on the album cover, the album artwork, that really defines that one album kind of thing. So yeah, I just started kind of digging and pulling stuff out, and I think I pulled out like 17 total. I narrowed it down to 10, but then I also thought, heck, if I pulled out the other 7 or whatever, I might as well show them as honorable mentions because I pulled them out and I got to put them away, so might as well get something out of it, and they're sitting right here. So let's just kind of jump right into it. We'll go through the honorable mentions really quick here. The first one we have here is Rare Earth. This actually probably should have made my top 10. I mean, that's a pretty classic album cover there. This is Ma by Rare Earth. And digging through this did make me realize I don't have a copy of this on vinyl. And I thought I did, but I remember that I got rid of it a while ago because it wasn't in perfect condition, so I need to get another copy of that. But that probably should have made my top 10. That's a pretty good mascot right there. Now, if I gotta flash that one more time. That's too funny. But just flying through the honorable mentions, this is one of the first ones that came to mind when I thought about doing this, so I'm surprised it didn't make my top 10. But Alligator Woman by Cameo. That's an awesome one. Love Cameo too, boy. She's Strange by Cameo. That's another one. Korn, Issues. Of course, you got the Rag Doll. You got the Happy Mondays. I guess you can call that a mascot. Or even kind of take a look at the inner sleeve here. That's an interesting mascot. So you got the Happy Mondays. Uriah Heep. Of course, that's a classic one. Joe Farrell featured Herbie Hancock, Stan Clark, and a number of other people as well. But I thought this one was kind of cool. That eyeball I thought was kind of a cool idea for a mascot there. But nice little jazz piece. And last but not least, Genuine Pony. So those were the quick honorable mentions that I pulled out. Could have pulled out Can, Tango or Mango. That would have been a good one. As well as about any of the Ohio Players albums. A ton of mascots there. And those of you that like them, you know exactly what I mean by that. But let's just kind of jump right into my top 10. And I'll start with the record that's playing in the background, which is Yuck. I don't know what that is, but I definitely consider it a mascot. This is from 2011. Kind of a good album. One I haven't spun in a while, so it's kind of nice to pull it out. I'm going to listen to the whole thing right now. But this song, The Wall, is definitely one of my favorites. I know Milkshake is really good off of here. Doctor's in My Bed, Soothe Me. So a lot of good tracks on here. But again, I think The Wall and Milkshake are probably my favorite too. But yeah, definitely a great mascot cover there. And then from 1994, you have Dinosaur Juniors Without a Sound. This Island of Dr. Monroe thing has always kind of freaked me out. Half man, half pig, half rabbit, or whatever else. But all my favorite album by them. So it has my favorite song too by them, which is Feel the Pain. So great album, and that's a pretty cool cover that certainly defines that album. Next, you have Poetry for the Poison by Camelot. This is a, I guess, kind of a power metal kind of band. It's usually a genre I don't care that much for. I'm not a huge power metal fan. I just don't quite overwhelmingly get it. But this album's kind of cool. But yeah, as you can see in the artwork there, it's two girls and kind of half woman, half machine, and even the way they did the different effects on it, it's almost like parts of the picture are photographed, part seems like it's like painted, like has a stroking brush effect. But then when you're looking at their feet and other parts of their body, you can kind of tell that it's actual people posing, and they just put those effects, some of the effects on top of them. So it's kind of a really cool piece. But that's Camelot with a couple of mascots there. Then the next one we have here, Subarachnoid Space. Actually, I should have pulled out. There's a gatefold, kind of has a full body thing there. But yeah, again, you have like a kind of a regular person, but it also has almost like a stone statue type of effect, and then also like a mystical thing with different parts of her body like sprouting. I don't know, it's kind of an interesting piece, but that definitely defines that album for me as well. And they are basically kind of a stoner rock. I think maybe like space rock is also kind of a definition some people kind of put on them, but just all instrumental, somewhere out in California. I think they were from San Francisco or something like that. But moving right along, these next two, this one and the next one I pulled out because they're actually two that freak me out. So not because the artwork is so amazing, but because the artwork just always moved me so much. And this is Heart, Bad Animals. This is from 1987. Definitely my favorite album by them. And Heart has quite the career, but this just from top to bottom is my favorite. Of course, you had the big hits that were in rotation on MTV back in the day that just got beat into your head, such as Who You Run To and Alone and all of that. But when you start getting into the B-sides on this album, There's the Girl, Want You So Bad, Wait for an Answer, like just some great stuff on this album. And it's just, for whatever reason, these freaking things always freaked me out. Even back in junior high when I first got the tape, I remember just looking at the cover and just like, what is it about that gives me the creeps? Especially that little thing right there. But yeah, so in light of that, I had to pull this out as a mascot, because that cover totally defines that album for me. And the exact same thing with Roxy Music, Avalon. Again, why does this freaking cover freak me out? But I'm going with the Viking off of here as the mascot. I don't even see his face. But and I've thought about that for years and years and years of why that cover always made me feel so much, gave me the creeps. And I think the conclusion I kind of came to is that, like, the way you see him, like, number one, you don't see his face or anything, so it's almost like you're just a fly on the wall in the background just watching this play out. And then it just seems like you have this guy that has been traveling so far, and he's just sitting there looking out over just open, calm waters. There's no signs of civilization, there's no signs of anyone, there's not even any signs of movement in the water, like not even animals or even a wind blowing to cause a wave. It's just like he is truly and completely, totally isolated. And I think that's what stirs in me, is whatever feeling you get when you have a feeling of being alone or isolated or whatever. I think this cover was just somehow tapping into that subconsciously for me. But yeah, so that's why I had to pick the Viking as one of my mascots. But great album, song like the Avalon and More Than This are definitely my two favorite Roxy Music songs, and just beautiful pieces, absolutely beautiful. Next we have the Offspring. This is Smash from 1994, and you guys remember this album where you had your hits like You Gotta Keep Them Separated, come out and play, as well as Self-Esteem, probably the two biggest hits off of this. But I mean, yeah, how can we not go with the glowing skeleton as not a absolute mascot? So gotta have Gotta have him on the list. Same with this one here too, Papa Roach. This is Infest. And if you're gonna have a big nasty cockroach like that, I mean, that's a pretty defining mascot for an album cover. So, you know, Last Resort, of course, was a gigantic hit off of this album. But we're gonna give it to the cockroach on that one. And the last two, Soft Machine, Volume 2. I don't know what the heck that is. I mean, it's like half spider, half, I don't know, weed type of thing, half robot, half human. Like a bunch of halves coming together with like 3 different complete things. So whatever. 3 holes. But yeah, so whatever that is, that's definitely a defining mascot, I believe, for this Soft Machine album. And the last one I chose for my top 10, the M80s, Inner Fury. I have this filed under punk. I mean, it kind of falls in that realm, but yeah, I mean, whatever the heck that thing is, pretty classic mascot right there as well. So there you go, BC. There's my my quick give me 10 mascots plus some honorable mentions. As always, let me know what you think. I'm gonna go finish grabbing something to eat and get back to work. All right. Talk to you soon, guys.